Phillis Wheatley was born in 1753 and she died in 1784. She was born in West Africa, and in 1761 she was brought over to America as a slave. She lived as a slave for most of her life, but her slave owners allowed her to learn how to read and write, which is why we ended up getting these poems written directly by her. She was actually the first African American published poet. She challenged the stereotypes of the time by being educated. Many slaves at the time were not educated, had very little. Most of them had no education. In her poem, on being brought from Africa to America, she appeals to her audience by discussing her faith. At the time, in order to get published, she would have needed to appeal to audiences, appeal to the white readers who were going to read her work. And so she brought in her Christian faith to that. If she hadn't, she probably never would have been published. The fact that she was educated is really what challenges the stereotypes of the time, because it was really rare for slave owners to allow their slaves to learn, because it was seen as a sign of giving them freedom, giving them the freedom of education. Eventually, she was given freedom, and Phillis Wheatley moved to London, I believe, England. And that's where actually her poems ended up being published.